Hi friends, today's a big day. Uh, the sister and I are heading to Northeast Ohio where I will be picking up my new camper. So I bought a little travel trailer camper. I'm very excited about it. My whole family, they are campers. I grew up camping, and this is my first. I'm out of a tent, basically, for the first time. This is my first camper or trailer. I promised you some adventures and some trips. Well, this will be the start of that. So, we're taking a little road trip north to pick up the camper. Side note, also, I've never pulled anything behind my car. So stay tuned. Maybe if you can just position it so it would get us both in the frame. You know what I
We're both in the frame. We're both in the frame.
I'd like for it to be semi, yeah, now you're talking a little. I could live with that.
Okay, well, just tell me what you would like better.
Please not see that it's like,
Crooked?
yeah, I think
Yeah, but I don't. Oh,
your
wait.
side needs to go up a little bit.
Why?
Road trip!
Yeah, please. No tickets today.
No, we're on a tight schedule.
Yeah. I was thinking more like 8 in my head, and I was like,
Like, to me, you say, oh shoot, we have plans. We're not going to be able to make it.
But we take this exit for oh no, I think
My glasses, for some reason, don't work with that screen. So right now that screen looks completely black to me, like it's turned off.
it does.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's Red and Andy.
yes. It is.
Would you rather poop from your mouth or eat from your butt?
Where do you eat from your butt? I think so, right?
For sure.
If I had to choose.
Yeah, you did. That's the name of the game. Your turn.
No. Certainly.
Certainly, guys.
Did you ever see? I mean, Christina's gonna
Oh, adorable.
Yeah.
Freaking adorable.
Yeah.
Looks exactly like her.
She is a bird there.
Free as the wind, as they say.
Blowing in the wind.
Blowing in the wind. Yes, ma'am. You know, this is the first time I'm seeing this camera.
Hopefully you like it.
Hope I like it. Where have we stopped? Madison. Here, let's cross across. We're in a small village. We're heading to a diner. Oh, the wig gallery. Yeah. What? We're here to get the camper! Woo! Yeah, good. Hi. Oh, there she is.
Are you videotaping?
Yes.
You need to turn that off.
No? Why?
We don't videotape.
Okay. As I said, I've never driven with a load or hauled anything, so I need to practice a little maneuverability. Like when I was 16. Okay. So, fuck me. Okay, so my dad tells me if you want to go that way, you turn it that way. I think. Let's try. If you want the trailer to go that way, you turn the wheel that way. No, Dad. Fuck. Okay, that's my rear camera system braking. So I guess I need to figure that out. Okay, stay tuned. I need to figure out this rear camera situation. Jesus Christ. Jesus, okay. I think I got that figured out. Maybe. So let's pretend I'm parking this bitch right there. Okay. Oops. No, Dad. You were wrong. I'm sorry. If you're watching this. So I want the trailer to go that way. So I think I turn the wheel this way. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Success. Susan. I decided to name her Susan. She's a Sunray brand trailer, so Sunray Susan is now at her resting place. So I feel like I can maneuver her. She's now parked in storage. So, friends, as soon as the weather breaks, stay tuned for some fun adventures with Susan, Dash, and myself. Susan. Oh, I have a girlfriend, Susan. My second girlfriend. Hi friends, welcome to episode 2 of the Queer Crime Diaries. I just finished editing the video and realized I didn't do an intro, so welcome to episode 2. Today we are covering the case of Jason Gage, a gay man slain in Waterloo, Iowa in 2005. His story is so much more, so let's dive into the case of Jason Gage. Jason Gage was stabbed in the neck with a shard of glass from a broken beer bottle and carelessly left behind in his apartment before being found by authorities 3 days later. His murderer, Joseph Lawrence, did have time to text his friends, however, quote, "I think I just killed a guy," end quote. Let's open the diary on Jason Gage. Jason Gage was born in Olwine, Iowa in 1976 and spent the majority of his upbringing and childhood there. This is a predominantly white rural city in Iowa, and actually recently has been ravished by the meth epidemic and was actually the focus of the 2009 book Methland. But Jason, however, wasn't known to be a drug user and has actually been described as family and friends as a gentle, kind soul that would help anyone in need. Jason moved to Chicago in his early adulthood and also spent some time in Milwaukee before settling into Waterloo in the early 2000s. He settled downtown and worked waiting tables in an Italian restaurant within his apartment building, which was the Russell Lampson building in downtown Waterloo. Jason also enrolled in the College of Hair Design in Waterloo in January of 2003. His friends and classmates said he dreamed of working in a big city salon. Jason was a flamboyant, out and proud gay man and spent most of his weekends in one of the few gay bars that Waterloo had to offer. Yes, Queen. Now, Joseph Lawrence, on the other hand, was born in Seaford, Delaware. He was removed from his birth parents after severe abuse and spent several years in foster care before being adopted at age 5. He bounced around with his adoptive parents from Maryland to New Jersey and finally settling in Ohio. During his time in Ohio, he decided that he no longer wanted to be adopted. I guess that's a thing, and made the decision to move back into foster care at age 16. From there, he moved to Phoenix, Arizona, several cities in New Mexico. Kind of sounds like he's running from something. But in early 2003, Lawrence moved from Farmington, New Mexico, where he had been an oil worker, to Cedar Falls, Iowa, to be with his girlfriend, Elizabeth, who was actually 6 months pregnant with their first child. The couple had been together for about a year. They decided to move to Cedar Falls because Elizabeth had friends and family in the area and they could sort of help with the baby. Now, Elizabeth said that she introduced Jason to Lawrence about a week before the murder, and Elizabeth had actually met Jason through an acquaintance about 2 years prior. Jason Gage was last seen alive on March 11th, 2005, socializing with friends in Waterloo's downtown bars. With him was 23-year-old Joseph Lawrence. Witnesses said Jason and Lawrence were together the night he was killed, and they were seen at Kings and Queens, the local gay club. They then headed to an after-hours party at the Times Bar. The two left at some point together and headed back to Jason's apartment. Later, apparently, Jason had told Lawrence that he could wait for a ride at his apartment that was only 2 blocks away from the Times Bar. A female friend and roommate of Elizabeth later said that Lawrence called late Friday or early Saturday asking for a ride home from downtown because, quote, he didn't like the hospitality of the place and he needed a ride or he would end up in jail, end quote. Hold up. Gay bars have the best hospitality in the world, okay? Don't trust him. It was later said that an investigator received a call from a man who was to give Lawrence a ride home. He never showed up for said ride, and Elizabeth contributed to this story that she heard he possibly could have beaten up Jason. Now, in the early hours of March 12th, sort of late Friday into early Saturday, Phone records show that Lawrence sent several text messages to friends both in Iowa and New Mexico. As I said in the intro, quote, "I think I just killed a guy," end quote. A second text message was sent to a friend, Michael, in New Mexico, and it read, quote, "You need to call me soon," end quote. And a follow-up phone conversation with the same friend, Michael, apparently elaborated on the fact that he said that a man had hit on him and, quote, "a fight got way out of hand." This may indicate that Lawrence may not have known Jason was dead when he left the apartment. Now, Michael has since said that he thought the entire conversation was a joke. At 11 p.m. on March 14th, 2005, Jason Gage's body was found in his bed when police entered his apartment after friends expressed their concern that Gage did not show up to work Monday and had not been seen for 3 days. Gage had been bludgeoned in the head with a bottle and stabbed in the neck with a shard of glass. Hours later, Joseph Lawrence of Cedar Falls was arrested and charged with Gage's murder. Police said Lawrence admitted that he had fought with Gage, hit him with the bottle, and stabbed him in the neck with the glass. An autopsy later revealed that Gage died from severe head injuries. Now, Jason's body lacked any defensive wounds that would suggest a struggle, and Joseph's body also lacked any wounds. Now, when police entered Gage's apartment, there were 2 glasses on the coffee table, indicating that the 2, in fact, had made it back to Jason's apartment and were drinking and watching television. Joseph Lawrence gave a videotaped statement at the Waterloo police station and in a police affidavit acknowledged that he hit Gage twice with the bottle and plunged the shard of glass into the left side of Jason's neck. Elizabeth offered a possible motive when she said that Lawrence told her Jason had possibly made sexual advances. Friends have since said that simply is not like Jason. He was never the one to be outgoing, never the one to make the first move, especially against a straight man. Elizabeth said that Lawrence, though, had gay friends and hung out with gay people and never had violent tendencies. Likely story. She also said that Jason must have made the physical advances or that the incident would have never happened and that Lawrence was not drunk. She goes on to say, quote, "This is not a hate crime," end quote. Side note, yes, it was. Everything you just described is a hate crime. However, the Iowa Code does not have a law defining murder based on racial or sexual bias, such as a hate crime. So, if you murder someone, regardless of the motive, you are eligible for life in prison without parole. Another state law mentioned in Lawrence's case, titled Violation of Individual Rights, prohibits any assault, vandalism, or trespass for any reason of race, color, religion, national origin, sexual orientation, age, or disability. So at the trial, the prosecutor included a theory that Lawrence killed Gage while committing the crime of assault in violation of his civil rights. Following Jason Gage's death, the Waterloo Human Rights Commission asked the city council to add sexual orientation to this protection and to the city's human rights ordinance and in the law that I mentioned. And later, Waterloo Mayor Tom Hurley joined the commission in condemning Gage's murder, but said that he had not formed an opinion yet on adding sexual orientation to the city's human rights ordinance. Civil rights! Civil rights. Gage's friends held candlelight vigils outside his apartment building, and his friends and classmates held a memorial outside of the beauty school. His wake in Olwine was attended by hundreds, and the funeral home drew a crowd too large to be held indoors. Friends and family also of that community also started a scholarship in Jason Gage's name and sold t-shirts and other merch with his image on it to raise money for the cause. Also at this time, area churches took up collections. There were several benefits to raise money. There was a scholarship fund started in the name of Jason Gage, and a huge event held at the convention center in Olwine. With the good, there is the bad, and it also drew protesters from the Westboro Baptist Church. Bye. On December 16th of 2005, as part of a plea agreement, Joseph entered into an Alford plea in the case of Jason Gage's murder. So with an Alford plea, you can basically avoid admitting any guilt, but you are agreeing that there is enough evidence presented that you would likely be found guilty in a jury trial or by a judge. So Joseph was originally charged with first-degree murder, which would hold a mandatory life sentence without parole, but he pled to the lesser charge of second-degree murder. And as part of the plea agreement, Lawrence also waived his rights to appeal the plea and the sentence and to pay $150,000 to Jason Gage's estate. After entering his plea, Lawrence added, quote, "I have nothing appropriate to say," end quote, and sat completely silent during his sentencing. The judge in the case sentenced Lawrence to 50 years, which was the mandatory punishment under Iowa law, and Lawrence must serve at least 70% of the sentence, which is 35 years, before he is eligible for parole. Which means, technically, Joseph Lawrence could be out roaming the streets again at age 58. Disgusting. More than 25 of Gage's family and friends attended the sentencing, and Michelle Gage, Jason's sister, who has since become active in gay and lesbian causes since Jason's death, said to Lawrence after the sentencing, quote, "You are a murderer, and you robbed my family of a precious gift. The reality of the situation is, Joseph Lawrence, you took the easy way out," end quote. Jason's murder has been compared in the press to the slaying of Matthew Shepard and prompted a push for citywide laws protecting the queer community, not only in Waterloo, Iowa, but nationwide. Iowa authorities are left with only the facts of this case, and with Lawrence's silence, he leaves open questions about the motive for the crime. There were only 2 people in that apartment on March 11th, 2005, and sadly, one of them cannot reveal more. And that is the true crime story of Jason Gage. Again, friends, I can't thank you enough for the support. The click today is truly appreciated. I will be back next Sunday with a new episode of the Queer Crime Diaries. But until then, be who you are, be proud, but be safe. Bye, friends. Hi friends, welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking. It is truly appreciated. Well, it's been raining all weekend, so I was stuck indoors. So I called my friend Sarah and we decided to try some string art. So guess what? It's time for Hobby Horse.